Okay, greetings once again and welcome to the continuation of the Facebook Mastering course. In case you've missed the earlier tutorials on the setting up and the personal account information, as well as the password and the security settings that we did earlier as the startup, scroll up to get the link at the top there. So at this moment we are moving on with I've earlier said that we are not going to tackle the payments now, because when we get to the art settings, when we get to the art management setting out, we will be doing that. We will be doing that there. So we're moving on with the remaining settings. So now we are on the preferences, customizing our experiences on setup. There are some things that you need to put across so that even with that, we can just skip it and then Facebook will record the default settings for us. Now, what matters to us now is the audience and the visibility settings. There will be a time that you'll be making a post and think that people or someone have seen it, but then, frankly speaking, nobody have seen your post. So when you come to the audience and the visibility setting, this is where we are going to make the necessary setting now to make others active and all those things. So the first one is our profile information. So you will click on your profile information. As you can see, mine is set to be what? Public. So all my details are set to public because I'm a marketer. So my details needs to be public for me, so that once someone clicks on my profile, that person will be able to do to get it. So moving on from there, let's see who can see my post on Facebook or who can contact me. Now we are on the second one, how people is to contact you. Now when you come here, if yours is not set as expected, follow these procedures to make it available. The first one is who can send you friends requests. As a business personnel, don't limit yourself to only friends of friends, but let it be everyone. As mine is on the first one, everyone. Now who can see your friends list? You might choose to make it friends only or friends except and set acquaintances, or make it public, so that friends will see your hot. Now is the next one is who can look up using your address you provided. Using your address that you provided. You see, the initial reason behind this training is for you to get more views, more comments, more shares, more customers who will at the end of the day be your customers to be buying from you and all those things. So you have to set it to everyone. People might choose to contact you through the mails or whatsoever, so let it be to everyone. As you can see, mine is set to everyone. Almost started. So let's move on from here. Let's look at notes about the post. Now, who can see your future post? At times, most of us, our posts are offline. It's not set to public. So there will be a time that you will think that you have made a post, but then people won't see it. You only see them in your timeline. So when you come here, try and make it public. If yours is not set to public, try and make it to public. Who can see your future post? You decide who can see your post each time you create a new post. Facebook will use this audience for future posts unless you do you change it. So most of the times, many accounts are not set to public. So change it to to public, as you can see mine. Then from there, limit who can see your post. You can decide to limit it. You can decide to just leave it. We are looking for sales. We are talking about adverts. We want the maximum number of people to see our advert, so I'm not going to limit anything. Now, who can see your stories? When you share stories on your timeline, who can see them? Is it only friends? Is it to be hidden from in, or is it custom based? Okay, let it be to public. Anyone on Facebook or Messenger, let it be there. Now, scrolling down, I've linked this account to what? Instagram. Okay, this is my Facebook. It's linked to Instagram. So any post I make here automatically will be shared to my Instagram what? Account, my IG account, as you can see from the down here. With time, you will get to the linking of the account. That is when we create a page. Okay, we will be doing that. Now we are on just setting out the what? The normal WhatsApp Facebook what? Profile. Okay, so let's go back. Followers and public content. Okay, let's see something there. Now, who can follow me? Followers see your post in newsfeed. Friends follow your post by default, but you can also allow people who are not your friends to follow your post. Use these settings to choose who can follow you. Each time you post, you choose which audience to share with. This setting doesn't apply to people who follow you on marketplaces. When we talk of the marketplaces, we are talking about the groups, the sales groups that we normally join. Okay, mine is set to what? Public. So it's public. So at the bottom here, it said, who can see your followers on your timeline? Okay, it's public. Who can see the people, pages, and lists you follow? Public should see them. Public post comments. Choose who is allowed to comment on your public post. Okay, let it be public, because there are some times that you will create some ads. Someone might choose to comment or ask questions in the public news feed as a comment. So let it be public post notification. You get notification when people who aren't your friends start following you and share, like, or comment on your public. So who? Everyone. Okay, there are sometimes those new members, those new requests, they are the ones with your post, with your advert, they becomes your customers. Okay, that will eventually be buying from you. Public profile info. Manage who can like or comment on profile information. That is always public, including your profile pictures, profile videos, cover photos, featured photos, and updates to your short bio. Let it be public. Okay, let the comment ranking be on. Okay, turn it on. Now, come on. The last session is off Facebook previews. Enable previews when your Facebook group posts are shared off of Facebook. Let it be on. Okay, so from here we are done for now. So let's go back. Okay, moving on. We're going to look at the blocking. Okay, there will be a time that some people will just be misbehaving on your timeline. You can choose to just block them. Okay, once you block them, it will be added to this list. You can see I've blocked one person here. I can choose to do unblock him, or add to block list, add more people to block list. So this is where, if the person called to confirm, maybe you suspected a suspicious or a spammer, you can just block the account from your account settings, and when you come here, it will be here. So if the person confirms it, you can just unblock the person, as you can see here. Now the next thing is my active status. Okay, there will be a time that you will think that you are online, that people should see you online, but please, it's not going to show up. Okay, so you have to put it on. If it's off like this, when I'm online, when I'm offline, people won't see. So let it be on. Turn it on. Okay, turn your activeness on, so that once you are online, Facebook will show it to your friends who are also online that this friend of mine or his is also what online. So that is it. So it's active. Okay, now let's go to permissions. Okay, permission. Okay. Be very attentive at this point. Okay, this is a very crucial moment that you need to be very attentive here. There are some things that Facebook does. You might think that you are just browsing online, but they are taking details of everything that goes on your phone. Okay, on your phone, even if you have logged out of the account, what you use your phone, Facebook is monitoring you. Okay, so we call it the off Facebook activity. Okay, the one you see here, the last button here, off Facebook activity. So we are going to go there and then make some adjustments there. Okay, so we click on the off Facebook activity. Once it's open like this, you see you off Facebook activity is currently turned off. I have put mine off. Okay, mine is off, but yours will certainly be on until you have done what I'm going to teach you to do now. Now, when you come here, click on more options. Okay, then come to manage future activity. Okay, manage future activity. Then what? You come to manage future activity. If it's on, okay, if it's on, just put it off. Okay, put it off. Off like this. Okay, let it be off. Okay, you can at the bottom here set activity you've turned off. Okay, you don't currently have any activity turned off because I've turned it off for a very long time. But if you go to this session, you will see a very long list of activities that your phone has been doing. Facebook have taken records of all that and monitoring you. So at this session, you have to put them off at the top here. Okay, just put it off, switch it off. Okay, switch it off, and then you are good to go. Okay, so that is about Facebook what? Off Facebook activity. Activities that you do with your phone once you log out of your Facebook account. Okay, once you log out of the Facebook account, some of the activities that you do, okay, you put them off. Okay, let's see how to manage them. Okay, here you can clear the history or whatsoever. So that is with the off Facebook what? Activity. Off Facebook activity. It's very important in your settings and privacy column. You have to put it off so that Facebook won't monitor any of the activities you do after you have signed out or logged out of the Facebook account. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this settings on what? Our account. We first talk about the personal account, password and security. We skip the payments because we are going to talk about it later on. We came to the preference and then make some changes, as well as the audience and visibilities. Okay, and then we came to the what? The permission, and then turn off the Facebook activity. So this brings us to the end of what? Our account settings and what? Privacy. Once again, the name still stands. Afoloho Francis Jr. or the Fancy Enterprise. That you can reach me on 0246096319 or 0540777154. On Facebook is Afoloho Francis Jr. My page Afoloho Francis Jr. or the Fancy Group. On Instagram is the Fancy Enterprise. On Twitter is Afoloho JRN. On LinkedIn is Afoloho Francis Jr. You can reach me on all these handles. On YouTube is the Fancy Enterprise. Any of these handles, you can get in contact with me and then we do business. So this brings us to the Facebook settings normal profile settings and privacy details. So see you in our next video tutorials, still on Facebook mastering course. Thank you.